Hey, this is Brett with the Smart Detox Facebook group. For those of you who don't know, I run the largest sauna detox group in the world, and I have researched saunas more than anybody else. I don't say this to brag, but I say this because it's super important, because there's a lot of people out there, good intentioned people who sincerely care about health, who recommend all sorts of products, but it's possible to be sincere and sincerely wrong. And in today's video, I'm going to show you why the people who are recommending the influence sauna is why I'm not a fan of that product at all. And hey, it's in my best interest to be a fan of that product, because I could reach out to them, and I've got 30,000 group members I could sell that sauna to. So I'd make a lot of money if I sold that sauna, and believe you me, they want me to sell them for them. However, I cannot recommend their saunas, and I'm going to get into that in this video. So I would sit down, take a pen and paper, and watch this video carefully. Okay, so I run the Smart Detox group, and in my group, I have a sauna buyer's guide, and that is in the file section of our group. And I tell you exactly what to look for in a sauna. And there's three basic things you have to have. These are safety and reliability things. Okay. This is not about magical wood type or infrared wavelengths, which that's all very interesting. We can talk about that. But if your sauna is not safe or reliable, what good is it if it's a toxic cancer box? It's loaded with toxic glues, plywoods, plastics, and it's filling the cabin with invisible smoke of toxins. And then it's loaded with dangerous levels of EMFs. Like, who cares if it's made out of African zebra wood at that point, right? It doesn't matter. What matters firstly is that it's safe and reliable. Safe means low in EMFs, not in marketing gimmicks, but in the real world, because all these sauna companies lie about it. I've seen it. My group members expose it all the time. I tell my group members, hey, test your sauna. And they post videos of all the sauna brands, and 90% of them fail in EMFs. They're dangerously high in EMFs. And EMFs, in case you don't know, Dr. Mercola says it's aging on steroids when you're exposed to EMFs. It's worse than chain smoking, according to him, and he's researched it extensively, so he definitely knows what he's talking about there. So saunas are super dangerous. So they have to be low in EMFs, they have to have no toxins, and they have to have a lifetime warranty, because, gosh, unless you're rich and stupid, like, what are you going to buy a sauna every 5 or 10 years when the thing breaks? Or do you want one that's actually going to, after you spend the money, it's a one-time purchase, right? 10, 20 years from now, something breaks, they're going to be able to, A, be in business, and then B, have a warranty to fix it. Because I see this all the time. My group members reach out to me and say, hey, Brett, I bought a such and such sauna and I can't find them anymore. I'm like, yeah, they went bankrupt. They're out of business. And so you have to make sure that the company, I could make a sauna brand and say, oh, it's great. And it's like, well, okay, but who am I? Like, how do you know I'm going to be in business for whatever period of time, right? You want a good brand backing it so that you know that the company will be around and that you'll be able to get parts. All right, so let's dive right in. So let's look at the influence saunas. Let's look at their warranty just to start off with. So their warranty is not a terrible warranty. I've seen a lot of them that have less of a warranty, but it's not great either. It's 10 years, which sounds like a long time, but a good sauna should have a lifetime warranty. If they're building it good enough quality, they should be able to have a lifetime warranty. My biggest issue with their warranty is how long have you been in business? From everything I can tell, now they would not return my emails, and I sent them anonymous emails. I didn't even use my real name because I didn't want to know it was me. I just wanted the raw data so I could give you this information. I said, hey, please send me a copy of the actual detailed warranty. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't reply to my email because probably they just want to sell saunas and they don't want to get into the deep weeds of the details of it. And I asked them how long the company's been in business, and they wouldn't answer me because they're a brand new company, which means the warranty's only as good as the people backing it. And this is a startup. And if you know anything about startups, they usually fail. So not much of a warranty there in the real world. Okay, let's talk about the quality. I used to build cabinets for a living, and I know a lot about wood and cabinet making, this sort of thing. And they say they use Canadian Western red cedar, which, hey, they're right. Cedar is the best wood type for saunas. But again, not a super high priority. The wood type, you need to make sure it's safe and reliable. But what's interesting is they have a safe processing method. Usually it's they kiln dry the cedar. Well, this company, Influence Saunas, the only sauna company that I've ever seen who does not kiln dry their wood. Well, so imagine this. Imagine you have this wood, the entire structure is built out of it, and it's not dried. Well, and then it heats up and then it dries. Well, now the thing's going to pull apart because the wood's going to shrink when it dries. So that's why all these sauna companies, I'll show you here, kiln dry their saunas. This is from HealthMate Saunas. Now, this company's been in business since 1979. They know what they're doing as far as the cabin. They take some shortcuts, like 90% of the sauna companies out there. But hey, at least they know about the kiln drying, and they talk about it. They talk about the importance of how it's often skipped by low-end sauna manufacturers because it just costs more. And if you want to verify that, just like go to HomeDepot.com and look up cedar, like cedar fence boards, super cheap. Look up kiln dried cedar; it's a lot more expensive. And so that's why they're. And the key in marketing is you take a negative and you try to turn it into a benefit, right? So you say, "Oh, ours is special non-kiln dried antimicrobial, whatever." It's like, all right, that's a gimmick. Anyway, so getting back to the more important things of their certifications. And so again, what did we say? We said it has to be certified to have no toxins in it. Okay. Now they have the certification, which, by the way, I have a group member. I have 30,000 group members, and they reach out to me and share with me all sorts of fascinating information about saunas. So anyway, one of our group members is a UL inspector, and he told me that these sauna companies, they buy products that they say are UL, but they're UL approved for one use, but they put them in another. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is no toxins, because you do not want a sauna that has a bunch of toxic glues, plywoods, plastics, wiring with the wrong coating on it that heats up and outgasses toxins, because you're in a closed area and that's going to fill up with toxins. And so they should have what's called a VOC report, which is volatile organic compounds, showing no VOCs in their saunas. But no, they have restriction of hazardous substances, which is really misleading for people who don't know what that is. There's just specific, that's more for the environment, like they don't use mercury in their electronics and things like that. Good for them, good for the environment, but it doesn't talk about toxins in the sauna. So they could easily have toxic glues or plastics or plywood underlayment. You never know what's in these saunas, and you can tell by the way that they're cheaply built that they probably do. And how do I know that? Because I have hundreds of multiple chemical sensitive people in my group, and they tell me they go and use 90% of these saunas. They get headaches, they sneeze, they have allergies, all sorts of things, because these saunas are usually mass produced and they're loaded with toxins. And so I have a view of these saunas because I've seen over 4 years of running the largest sauna detox group in the world. I've just seen people tell me consistently about this type of sauna that people who are chemically sensitive have a reaction. Now, what that means, well, I'm not chemically sensitive, it doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter, because you're trying to detox, not retox. And so you're going to be sitting in a hot sauna, breathing deeply, naked, with your pores open, soaking in the airborne toxins. It's very counterproductive. I've actually been able to get some VOC reports, like from the Costco Dynamic Sauna, and I embarrassed the heck out of them because they were stupid enough to publish their VOC report, and most people don't know how to read it. And I exposed them on YouTube making a video like this. Anyway, because I just care about people's health, and I'm an expert in saunas. This is all that I've done for years, and so that's why people reach out to me and join my group and ask me about various brands and all that sort of stuff. All right, so no certifications for toxins. So we have to assume they have toxins in them because it's a lot more expensive to make a sauna without toxins. So now the next thing is EMFs. That is the most dangerous thing in a sauna, because people are like, well, I use a hair dryer or a stove burner or whatever, and how big a deal is it? Well, it's a super big deal in a sauna. Here's why. Because what happens, if let's say the maximum safe level according to the World Health Organization is 3 milligauss, and let's say you're using a stove burner that's at 10 milligauss, or a hair dryer that's at 10 milligauss. Well, okay, you're gonna use it for 5 or 10 minutes, and it's only a small part of your body. But a sauna, your entire body is going to be bathed in EMFs for up to an hour. So at the same relative EMF level, you get 527 times more EMFs in a sauna, which is super, super dangerous. And again, that's aging on steroids, and it's worse than chain smoking, according to Dr. Mercola, who has interviewed the top experts in the world on the effects of EMFs. So super dangerous. Where they have all these like certifications, the wood certified, this ISO, that's certification for consistency in manufacturing, which, well, hey, if they're manufacturing it poorly, well, it's consistently poorly manufactured. or it's consistently well manufactured. That's all ISO means. But where are the safety for toxins and EMFs? None of it. Oh, we use CNC machines. Like, who cares if the wood is precisely down to a millimeter if it's filled with toxins and EMFs? But it's all just this gimmicky marketing stuff that I've seen 100 times before with all the sauna brands. And hey, it's enough to dupe enough people into it. And sadly, it's enough to dupe some influencers into it, which just is tragic, because I've seen some influencers that I know their heart's in the right place, but it doesn't matter where your heart is. It matters where your head is. And if you don't have the specific knowledge that takes years to obtain, then like, how would you know this stuff? So they don't have the certification. So the basic safety and reliability standards, they don't meet. They don't have any certifications that are relevant. And we can tell they're taking shortcuts because they're not kiln drying the wood. They don't have a good quality warranty. The company hasn't been around for very long, like a couple months, maybe a year at the most. So why would you risk your health and your money on a sauna that's not proven when there's other options out there that do have lifetime warranties backed by $1 million companies that have been around for over 100 years? Oh, one other thing that I need to mention that just really upsets me. I hate lies. I really hate lies, especially when it comes to people's health. It's like, hey, you're selling somebody a used car or something. Okay, lie. Everybody expects it. But when you're talking about people's health and you lying about it, that really upsets me. And so I like to expose these lying companies. Okay, so they say Spectrum heaters. Boy, now that's interesting, isn't it? Spectrum. So it makes you think that they're full spectrum because they call it Spectrum. Well, let's look at the facts. Gosh, how deceptive can you get? Full spectrum, natural infrared heat. Influent sauna heaters produce heat in all 3 wavelengths, near, mid, and far, right there. Okay. We use our in-colloy heaters right here. Okay. Well, as they say in Russia, as Ronald Reagan made popular in the United States, trust but verify. All right. So what we'll do is we'll go over here to SunSpa and we'll read about these. They have articles on all the different types of heaters. And we will read about the in-colloy magnesium oxide heaters. And then we look at the radiation. So IRC is long wave infrared, which is far infrared. So it's 95% far infrared and it's 5% mid infrared. Well, that equals 100. Where's the near infrared? Yeah, 0. Okay. So, but everybody wants full spectrum. And so, hey, we'll just say we have it. Now let's check out this other lie. And this is scientifically verifiable. Absolutely 100%. I can prove that this is just a flat out freaking lie, and it upsets me. So ability to get to 170 degrees. Well, I wrote the guide on how to biohack your sauna. If you Google how to biohack your sauna, you'll see on Ben Greenfield's site, I wrote the article for him. He credits me in it, that of how to biohack your sauna, which means how to get your sauna hotter. And like I'm an inventor and a biohacker, and I've torn apart saunas and insulated them and added extra heaters and just done all sorts of experimentation, because this is all I do, right? I nerd out on this stuff. And like my sauna literally gets to almost 200 degrees. And it's an infrared sauna because I've experimented. I've added extra heaters. I've added insulation. I've done all sorts of stuff. So here's what I found. I have this over my Evernote file. I've studied this extensively and I've tested it. And again, I have a background as an inventor and engineering and these sorts of things. And so I know about this, and I calculated it out, and it takes 30 to 33 watts for a one-person sauna. It's obviously different for a bigger sauna. Per degree of temperature differential. Well, we're going to assume temperature differential is the difference between the outside air in the sauna and the inside air in the sauna, right? And so we're going to assume a 70-degree room because that's pretty average temperature for a home. So again, looking here at my Evernote file and having tested this extensively at 30 to 33 watts per degree, that means you're going to need 100 to get to 170, which is what they say. A max temperature of 170, you're going to need 3,300 watts. Okay. Well, they're in a one-person sauna. Their one-person sauna only has half of that. It has 1,750 watts. So how are they getting away with this? Well, here's how they get away with it. They set they set their thermostat to where it won't shut off until 170 degrees. It'll never get to that temperature. It'll never get to that temperature. There's no possible way. The basic laws of physics, and there's just no way. There's no way. And their sauna is not even insulated. I was doing this with an insulated sauna where the roof is insulated. Their roof isn't insulated. So my roof is insulated with an R10 insulation. The natural wood has, I remember looking at the R factors of the cedar, and it's like 1 or 2. And so I have 5 times the insulation on the roof of my sauna, and it takes 30 to 33 watts per degree of temperature. So there's no way. So they're just lying about this. Why? Because that's the game in the sauna industry, because all you have to do is get the people to buy, and you can't return them, because shipping is like $500 or $600 each way, and they have a restocking fee. So it's like $1,000, $2,000 to return the dang thing. And they figure, okay, you won't test it for EMFs, and then, the temperature, they'll make some excuse or whatever. But by the time you own it, you're stuck with it. It's not, it's not like you picked up something at Walmart or Costco, you just return the thing. No, you're stuck with it. And so that is why for all of those reasons, you can tell they're lying about the temperature. They're lying about the infrared wavelengths from everything I can tell. I have not, to be fair, I have not actually taken a spectrometer and tested it myself, but I do know that the only way to get true full spectrum is with halogen, because I've seen the wavelengths report by Leanne Vinay, an engineer on the subject. So I know how this is done, and this sauna is not even close. I would avoid this sauna like the plague, because the warranty, no real warranty, because there's no company that's going to back it potentially, no reliability for the warranty, no safety certifications for low EMFs, no safety certifications for no VOCs, and they're obviously lying about the temperature. And they're not even kiln drying the wood, because they're cheaping out on it, because, hey, better profit margins. That way we can pay our affiliates. And hey, again, not criticizing the people that endorse it, because they don't know. These influencers out there who recommend products, God bless them. They're doing their best they can, but they don't specialize in this. And it took me 1,000 hours, 5 months of full-time research before I decided which sauna to get for myself. And since then, I've researched saunas for the past 4 years, getting feedback from thousands and thousands of group members in my Smart Detox Facebook group. So anyway, I would avoid this sauna like the plague. There's no way I would get this sauna. If you want more information on the latest updated saunas, because I don't know how long this video is going to be up, join my Smart Detox Facebook group on Facebook and message me. My name's Brett Bauer. I'm the administrator of the group, and I can help you out and give you feedback on any brand of sauna and the updated versions of which ones I recommend. And even within the brands that I recommend, I'll tell you which submodels I don't recommend, because I'm fiercely independent. I don't work for anybody. And I criticize every company in the specific areas that they need to be criticized in, because I'm all about the truth and helping people with their health, which is why I have such a viral following. And that's why people reach out to me. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I really sincerely hope that this video helps you.